never planned on building a personal brand, but in 2013, losing his job and struggling for a year without money, network, or credibility that made him regret that decision. Sounds really scary, right? Determined to turn things around, he dived into learning and experimenting. By 2017, Eugene has been featured on social media, TV, radio, and newspaper. His revamped personal brand led to the success of 2 businesses and a steady stream of clients. Today, he will review how he built his brand, the steps to take, and the pitfalls to avoid. On Aspiring Brand Builders, please join me to welcome Eugene Seah to the stage!
Thank you. Try. I love Toastmasters. It's always so positive. You know, I've been speaking for 10 years and some organizations, which I shall not name, nobody claps. Nobody claps. Yeah. Usually they are from the government. Civil servants, don't raise your hand. So it's about culture, and Toastmasters, I think for decades had a very positive culture. And who agrees? Who agrees Toastmasters has a very positive culture? Okay, I think I assumed wrongly that everyone is a Toastmaster. Who is not a Toastmaster? Who is not yet a Toastmaster? Well, actually minority. Please do consider, I'm not from this Toastmasters club, yeah, but any Toastmasters club is fine. Yeah, because we all have a similar culture. Just choose one that you have chemistry with. Cool? Yeah, but this is the best. I have my own 2 Toastmasters club, but I shall not talk about them during the next 1 hour. Thank you. I just want to share a little bit of context. Okay, everything needs to start with context. So I'm given 1 hour, which sounds long, I know, right? Because TED Talks are just around 12 to 18 minutes. Who watches TED Talks? Yeah. Also, TED Talks are just nice for our current generation's attention span. Actually, no. I think TikTok is just nice. Yeah. TED Talks is too long. So can you imagine 1 hour is way too long. Yeah. But to me, it's very short. Yeah, because I usually coach clients over 3 to 6 months. So to have 1 hour, I will have to summarize a lot. So I can decide to just talk about one thing and go very deep. That means do case study discussion, or to go broad. Yeah. Instead of voting, I already decided. Decided to go broad, so that everyone can sort of look at the contents and the strategy and decide, do I want to go deep on which aspects? Who is an employee here that you works for? You works for somebody. And there's like monthly salary coming in, even though you check Facebook all day long. And who's an entrepreneur? Entrepreneur. That means the moment you check Facebook all day long, no money comes into your bank. Agree? Okay, good. Roughly half. Okay, so there's a misconception that personal branding is for entrepreneurs, right? But if you think about it, entrepreneur of course need personal branding. You know, I will never need to convince someone who works for commissions and sales that, hey, you need personal branding. But if I need to convince the person, there's something wrong with the mindset of this person already. Yeah, but for employees, let me do some convincing first. Just think about it, right? Everybody works almost equally hard, almost, okay? Bracket. Yeah, but you notice who gets promoted? And anyone comes to your mind? Right, there is this particular person, right, male, female, who gets promoted. And that person may or may not be as good an engineer as you, isn't it? And who agrees? That the person who gets promoted may or may not solve the same bugs, may not write the same software as efficiently as you, but somehow the person got promoted, isn't it? Okay, the question is why? Why did that person get promoted? I know some skeptical people among us will say, he probably slept with the boss. I probably say he, because it's very offensive to say she slept with the boss. So, right, this is very skeptical. Because I don't think so. Maybe I'm too naive, I don't think so. But there's some other factors at work why that person got promoted. promoted. Okay, so before I start sharing all the experience and content, why don't you share your experience first? Can you share with just one person beside you? You know, why do you think that person who is not as competent as you got promoted? Okay, please share.
I think reputation. Establish your reputation. Reputation. What is that?
It is. Yeah, you can see.
They are
Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and stop. High five. High five each other. Awesome. I'm pretty sure if I give you 1 hour, you can continue talking. Okay, can you just shout out some of the, without giving me a paragraph, just
maybe street smarts and knowing the tricks of the trade.
wonderful. Street
Being
smart.
street smarts, knowing the tricks of the
Who
trade.
else said street smart? Anyone said street smart? Wow, the whole room so many people, nobody said street smart. Street smart, right? Something like that. Or EQ? Anyone say EQ? Okay,
I think
image.
tricks of the trade is a better thing.
Tricks of the trade. Can you give an example of what does trick of the trade mean?
Meaning that maybe a certain person knows the language better, like some person may be more proficient in the Hokkien dialect of Mandarin.
Okay. So different traits require different
And maybe
traits,
someone
right?
has a pre-existing relationship with the boss as well, and maybe I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah, okay. Clearly there's somebody specific in your mind. Okay. No.
Calm down.
Okay, calm down. Just now I heard image. Who said image? Image, right? You said image.
Yeah.
What do you mean by image? Like wearing a pink suit, for example?
No, how you portray yourself to people, how people look at you.
Okay. And when they look at you as a successful accountant, what else is there to look at?
Confidence.
Do you say?
Confidence.
A lot of people talk about competence, right? Yeah, but confidence is another very big C word. So image comes from confidence and many other things. You know, I can run just one workshop on image alone, but let's leave it. You wanted to say something? Yes.
Yeah. Talks with more conviction.
Oh, conviction. Wow, that's another powerful C word. Yeah. Recently, I've been taught to use 2 different marker colors. Some of you may have attended the same workshop as me. Yeah. Wow. But they didn't tell us that we need to exercise to open up the cap. Conviction, Conviction. So conviction comes from, for example, purpose, right? Passion, a background of having a strong why, right? A strong why. All these are part of conviction. Yes, the light.
your network / who you're seen with, who
Okay.
you're visible with.
Network. Wonderful. It's sometimes not what you know, but
Who you
who you know. Yes.
Articulate.
Articulate. I'll put this as part of image, right? And confidence. Yes.
Efficiency of the gap.
Oh, which is also the mouth, lah. Yeah. Oh, sweet talker. So I think all the mouth related, yeah, all the Toastmasters related thing. I mean, there's another word for image is perception, or the perception that you give off to people. Yeah, something totally different from speaking. Yes.
Exposure.
Ability to
lead people.
or leadership capability. Wow, good. Yeah, or leadership.
Charisma.
Would you say that almost all leaders, inspirational leaders, have a good personal brand?
Yes.
Or they may not even use this word, right? Like Lee Kuan Yew has never used this word, never. Right? Would you say he has a strong personal brand? Yeah. Yes.
How about visibility?
Okay. Is it where does visibility lie? Is it? Probably never, right? Yeah. I don't think you mean appearing on street stands, right? Do you mean? You mean like maybe at company networking events, maybe D&D?
Maybe the boss know what you have done done, your achievements, etc.
Oh, okay, that is slightly more than network already. The one sending very powerful emails help a lot. Visibility. Oh. Okay, just one last one. Anyone? Okay, yes.
They sell their value so well. They sell themselves.
That's part of what? I think visibility, right? Oh, so this one can be online or offline. Online or offline. It both starts with OL, sorry. Very confusing. Either online or offline, yes.
Perseverance.
Perseverance.
Yes.
Example?
For instance, like two of you competing for a position,
Yes.
and then you find slugs and your pathways towards.
So maybe you don't get promoted this year.
Yeah, but you go and you revise what you did wrong.
Constant improvement.
So you're perseverant. You don't give up.
Wow, I love that.
Okay.
Wow. Wow, the way you share it plus your tone of voice, it really strikes a chord in me. Yeah. What's your name?
Violeta.
Violeta?
Violeta.
Violeta.
Like violet.
Oh, like violet. Okay. Violeta.
Yes.
Okay, I would like to give you a book. So, if I don't give you that, I hopefully pass it to her. My wife did warn me, say, can you don't put your face on the book cover? Please forgive me because this is my first book. I took 6 years to write this book. Yeah, so I told myself, no matter what, I must put my face on the book cover.
You also need your honor.
Wow, thank you. Later, after my speech, I'll be hanging around. Yeah, I have nowhere else to go tonight because my wife chased me out already. Okay, thank you. Violeta, right? Yeah. Okay, you see, all of us actually know what's going on, right? Like, we didn't come in blind. We didn't say like, hey, what is personal brand? I have no idea. Actually, we have a lot of ideas. Right? Anybody with eyes to see, anyone with some working experience, you do know the value of having this brand. But we just call it differently, right? You can call it image, call it EQ, call it network, call it whatever you like. I just lump them all under, does this person have a strong personal brand? Is it fair to lump it like this?
Yeah.
Also today, okay, it's not about what suit do I wear and then what kind of website. Logo, should it be curved or sans serif or serif? Sorry, I'm not a graphic designer. I'll go and pay somebody to teach you what font size to use, what color matches your skin tone or whatever. Today we'll talk about strategy. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the strategy. And the strategy applies regardless whether you are employee or entrepreneur. And please take it from me because I was a very unhappy employee for about 15 years. And suddenly, without any option, I didn't decide, in case the rumor started spreading saying, oh, this guy is so brave, he resigned and he spit on the boss's face. That didn't happen at all. I was asked by HR to leave the office as soon as possible. And when I wanted to go and get my backpack, I always carry my backpack to work in Hong Kong, by the way. They refused. They said, sorry, you cannot go back to your desk anymore. If you don't leave right now, we're going to ask the security guard to come and escort you. One moment, vice president, another moment, entrepreneur. Just like that. Not jobless, it's entrepreneur. So it's very, very important that all of us, right, even though you think that you have an iron rice bowl now, learn how to build your brand so that one day, touch wood. My wife was saying, do this now. Okay. So, touch wood, in case you are asked to go like me, then no problem. No problem, because you already have a personal brand. Or easily you can get clients, easily you can get another job. Who resonates with this? Build your personal brand and you won't be afraid of losing your job. Okay, just now was one exercise about people who get promoted. Now let's play with another exercise. Hopefully this works. Oh, it doesn't work, I'm so sorry. Okay, can I trouble you to help me type? Yeah. Technology sometimes cannot be trusted. Yeah. Oh, let's skip this. Yeah, this is just showing you that I appeared in a newspaper. Yeah, so personal branding is not what? Okay, so this one I'll go very fast. Don't fake, okay? When I first joined the industry, people said like, oh, just buy a Mercedes first. Even though your bank account left $200. Yeah, then people, once they see that you are successful, they follow you. By the way, a lot of people still do that. Yeah, but don't do that, okay? Yeah, because it's going to burn a big hole in your pocket, and when people find out about it, from a strong personal brand, it drops overnight. Right? Because when you're inauthentic, nobody even trusts you anymore. And then, all style, no substance, I thought about it. And it's not self-praise. When I was featured on the radio, they said like, you are clearly Asian, and Asians generally don't blow their own, what? Horn, yeah, or trumpet. Right, let others blow horn for you. Yeah, so I was waiting, I waited for 15 years for people to blow horn for me. Well, so of course, if you give people the impression you are blowing your own horn, it's a negative brand. Right? But how do you then blow a horn without actually blowing a horn? That's what I'm going to share for the next 45 minutes or so. And I already said this, right? It is not just for sales folks, not just for entrepreneurs, and not just for extroverts. Like everybody, introverts have introverted way, right, to build a brand. Can anyone just shout out an introverted personal brand that is very strong in the world?
Meticulous.
Sorry, who?
Meticulous.
No, I mean an actual person, like someone's name. Yeah. Anyone's name comes to mind who's very introverted but very famous?
Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg, thank you. Right, the fact that he invented Facebook was because nobody invited him for parties. You all know this, right? There's a movie called Social Network. Yeah, so he was like stuck in his dorm, and what can he do except fiddle around with codes? Yeah, so this is a very introverted personal brand. And today he speaks fluent Mandarin. Do you know he speaks Mandarin? But this guy is amazing. He shakes hands with prime ministers, presidents around the world. Right, amazing guy. Right? I don't know about his values though. Yeah, but he's a very strong personal brand. Now one more. Start with B. Letter B.
Elon Musk used to be introvert and
Used to be introvert, yeah, because he has Asperger's syndrome, yeah, so he's socially awkward. So Elon Musk also, start with B. Jeff Bezos, but that guy, okay lah, ambivert, yeah. Bill Gates, yeah. Bill Gates, if you watch his documentary on Netflix, who watched before? Yeah, 3-part documentary. It takes 9 hours to watch. Hey, Stranger Things takes about what? 50 hours. Yeah. So Bill Gates apparently locked himself in his bedroom all the time, extremely introverted. So introverted that he doesn't even network with his own blood sisters, flesh and blood sisters, until the mother had to force him to come out of the room to have dinner with the family. That's how introverted he is. Imagine if he just trapped himself in this excuse that, I'm introverted and therefore I shouldn't build a personal brand. Then today we wouldn't even talk about him. Right? Of course, he starts with his actual computer literacy competency first, and from there, then he talks about giving speeches and being world famous. Also, all of us need substance, a skill. I'm so sorry actually that this doesn't work. I actually bought a new one, yeah, but can you just help me? Yes. Also today, all of us, whatever we learn, and I don't expect you to learn 10 things, okay? Yeah, because I told you, TikTok generation, we probably remember 1 or 2. So just remember, whatever 1 or 2, increase what? What was the T word?
Trust.
Okay, we say it together. 1, 2, 3. Trust. Just increase trust. I feel that one of the greatest superpower in the world is not the ability to fly or to be invisible. It's to build trust. Don't you think so? Just imagine everywhere you go, whether you're an entrepreneur or even in marriages, right? Even as a family man, as a family lady, like as a husband, as a wife, do you think trust is important? Right? It's crazy. And one of the biggest problems of the world is lack of trust. And that's why people leave good companies, right? They can earn 20K per month and they can resign because they just don't trust that the management has them in mind when they build their profits and things like that. Yeah, so trust is everything. So let's learn about trust. Sorry, next one. Okay, so how? Okay, let's go for it. Okay, so now we're going to do another exercise. I'm going to show you 2 brands of mineral water side by side. Okay, so same thing, discuss with each other. Show the next brand. It's Evian, okay? Yeah, I took very long to learn how to say this. So if you just go to Cold Storage or FairPrice, you will notice that these 2 brands have very different price, right? But you notice their volume is the same. And can you tell the difference in their taste? Yes! Okay. okay. I can't. I'm like an idiot when it comes to mineral water. Yeah, but more or less, they are mineral water. Right? In fact, I remember because Singapore is one of the few countries you can turn on the tap and drink water. So I remember when the very first mineral water brand was launched, and it's neither of these brands. A lot of people say they are going to collapse. Why would you launch a mineral water brand in this country where you can turn on the tap? But this is thriving, right? It's crazy. A lot of us buy mineral water. Okay, be honest, no lying here. Who has bought Evian before? Oh my God, okay. This is a very, teach you English word, atas. Anyone want to translate what's atas?
High class.
High class, yeah, very high class Toastmasters. Well done, well done. So you realize that the reverse of Evian spells what? Which means Evian owners, right, are not naive. Because it's the reverse. Amazing. Okay, now discuss with each other. Just three. Don't have a laundry list. 3 reasons why Evian deserves to charge consumers more than double what Polar does. Okay, please discuss.
There's a difference in taste for sure.
Not working.
It's a variation. Evian hot is and Jeju is very that one has more flavor.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. High five. Solid. Okay, so do you notice any similarities so far?
Yeah.
Which one? Which one did you talk? Image, right? Okay, image. Anything else? Okay, conviction is arguable. Quality. Okay, so I'm going to write a new list. So just now I was relating to your colleague who got promoted. Okay, now let's talk about Evian. By the way, I think there's a brand. Oh, sorry, how do you actually say it? Evian. You're actually from France, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So sorry to butcher the name. Okay, what's the word again? Not Evian, but what was the reasons you listed?
Image.
Image again, huh?
Image,
Okay.
quality.
Quality, very good.
Exposure.
Anything else?
Perception.
Perception, very good.
Advertising and marketing.
Advertising, this one I'm going to put here. Advertising and marketing. Perception. Anything else?
Store placement.
One more time?
Store placement.
Leadership.
Store placement. And leadership.
Yes, they were among the first people to sell bottled water when
Okay.
concept was like non-existent.
First mover advantage.
Yeah.
Well done. Okay, one more time?
Positioning.
Positioning, yeah. You don't mean placement, right? What do you mean by positioning?
Customer, which sort of customer?
So they know how to position. Okay, very good. Where am I going to put this? I think under perception. Right. Positioning.
And also one personality and one emotion.
Personality, wow, I love it. Okay, I'm going to put this under image. Tonight, if you can't sleep, right, please Google all these. Now I feel stressed reading the word. Evian. YouTube advertisements, you'll be blown away. It's very, very entertaining. Right? There are babies advertising Evian. Maybe I just call it the e-brand. Yeah. So there are babies and there's Spider-Man swinging and drinking the e-brand. You know, so it's like, it's crazy. Whereas you try to Google cola, YouTube advertisements, you'll probably see nothing. So this is called, what do we say, positioning, right?
Personality.
Yeah. Personality. Okay. So it's actually common sense, right? It's common sense that all these things are going to affect how much a company or a product or a person charge, right? So what I came to add value is not just to facilitate a discussion and list down. This one you can ask anybody to do it. I'm going to put all these together in a framework. And I invite you to remember this framework. And from today onwards, wherever you go, right, whether entrepreneurship, employee, doesn't matter, or even in your marriage, practice these 3 parts of the framework and do a checklist. Ask yourself, which of these 3 am I not very strong in? Which of these 3 am I always faltering? Right? So this is my invitation for you. So are you ready for the framework?
Yes.
Awesome. Let's go. Number 1, wait, just now it worked, now it didn't work. Oh, that means maybe, okay. So the first is called substance. Please write down the word first. So what do I mean by substance? So some of you already said that clearly their quality is better. I've never actually done a check, right? So if you are not very skeptical, just take the word for it, that their quality is better, right? And their advertisement implies that their quality is better. Right? This is almost like an Apple advertisement where they buy such a big space, whether it's a billboard or a newspaper, and they barely have any words. Right? You notice big brands like to do that. It's only the small brands, those not very well branded, they like to fill up every space with a lot of words because they don't believe in their own quality. They have to like push it to you. Also, this is how some people say arrogant, but how confident they are. This is their factory. So now let's apply it to either employees or entrepreneurs. There are some strengths that we have. And to do this properly, you probably have to go for Gallup Strengths Finder or something. Anybody has gone through Gallup Strengths Finder? So this one, you can Google it, you can do some free tests. These are the 3 areas I would like to define as strengths. Number 1 is attitude. And this is a blind spot for strengths. If you think about it, a lot of times you go for a job interview, people ask you, can you list some strengths for me? A lot of people will talk about, oh, I'm very good at this software or this, languaging or this and that, right? Yeah, but how many actually say, oh, actually I'm very resilient or I'm very resourceful? So name some attitude. Right now, I'm going to invite you to list down for yourself. We may or may not have time to share, but at least you don't go empty-handed. Right? List down some of the attitude you have that you'll be proud to talk about during a job interview or during a client pitch. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to do so.
What's your strength?
And attitude. Don't need to share. That's right now first. For example, Violetta just now mentioned resilience. Right? So if you think you're resilient, please write it down. This is a very, very rare trait. Of course, back it up with a story. Right? Share with the employer, share with your client why you think you are resilient. Resourceful is another attitude. That means never say, oh, sorry, I don't have enough time to help you with this. Make time, create time, craft out time. So that's resourcefulness. Even empathy is a kind of attitude, right? Or some people say, but that's so soft. Soft is good. Hey, repeat after me. Soft is good. Not everything needs to be hard, right? So this is a soft skill that all of us need. More and more empathy. And if you think you're an empathetic kind of person, write it down. It's something that you should shout about. Okay, let's move on to skills. This one is more boring, so I'm not going to spend time on it. You should know by now what your skills are, right? Whether it's technical skills like computing, accounting, or like communication skills, like sales is a skill, negotiation is a skill, public speaking is a skill. Please write it down. And finally, knowledge. Knowledge. So knowledge is something that let's pause and meditate on this. In the 1980s, knowledge was very valuable, right? Why? Why was knowledge so valuable in the 1980s? No internet. Also, what you store in your head is very valuable. That means people had to really listen to you. Nowadays, a 3-year-old has probably more knowledge than you. Because he or she carries the knowledge in the pocket. Also, I would say don't oversell on the knowledge, yeah, especially now with ChatGPT, yeah, but it still needs to be there. That means the next time when somebody invites you for a 1 hour talk on any topic, right, that knowledge immediately comes out. You say, I'm very knowledgeable about Gen AI. I'm very knowledgeable about empathy. Can I speak 1 hour on it? So please write down a possible topic that you can share about in 1 hour. My mentor told me luck is 2 things combined. What are the 2 things?
Practice.
Preparation plus opportunity. Thank you. All of us have the same mentor. So what you're doing right now is which one? The opportunity or the preparation? Preparation. It's very important. Just today, I was asking 3 of my association of professional speaker friends, what topic do you want to touch on? And they fumbled. They said, I'm not quite sure. How can you be a professional speaker if you don't know your topic? Also, right now, before we all become professional speakers, let's tie down a topic based on our thought leadership and knowledge. Can someone just shout out one knowledgeable topic? Ernest definitely can, right? Now, what was the topic you often talk about that people will definitely think about you? How to what? Yeah. How to what? How to write a book? Really? Really? Because you have how many books again?
I've written 8 books.
8 books. I only written 1 book. Hey, a round of applause for Ernest. So definitely, I want to hear. Wait, who wants to learn from Ernest how to write a book? That is definitely knowledgeable, right? That is a topic that has skills involved, that has knowledge involved, and definitely he hasn't shared much about his attitude yet. But give him 1 hour, you can start to see, wow, there's resilience involved as well. Okay, so ready? We are going to move on now because I can't just keep pausing and share all the time. Yeah. Next one. Oops. Okay, so who does not have a LinkedIn? Does not. Okay, very good. Only one? Okay. Never mind, tonight. if you want to, you can start. Can I encourage all of us to have LinkedIn? You don't need to have Instagram, you don't need to have TikTok, you don't need to have Facebook. But all of us, please have LinkedIn. But don't just have LinkedIn. I have LinkedIn plus maybe your personal website. Yeah, because just in case one day the US government shuts down LinkedIn, you're not going to lose everything, right? Also, learn to convert. Currently, I have, this one is 20,134. Yeah, because I screenshot this a few months ago. So today, just now I just checked, it's about 22,000. So imagine if LinkedIn suddenly shuts down, I will lose 22,000 connections. So I have to convert them into, for example, my email list or something like that, right? That's a side topic. What is the main topic now is that on your LinkedIn, when people read this top line, right? This is called top line. Or in supermarket, we call it shelf space, right? Or eye-level shelf space. That when people click on your LinkedIn without scrolling even once, right? Don't expect people to scroll, by the way. You think they are very free? Right? You think that you look like Tom Cruise? Scarlett Johansson? Right? A lot of people will not scroll down. They will just stay there. And within 2 seconds, they will decide, does this person have the top leadership? Does this person have the skills? Does this person have the knowledge that we are looking for? And this person who is looking at it could be your prospective what? Client or employer, right? Or your life partner. It doesn't matter who. But the person is going to judge you just based on 2 seconds of looking at your LinkedIn. Okay, what do you look at first? Just be very honest. The what? TEDx. Wow, not bad. It's like such a small font size, right? Thank you. Right, so TEDx. What else? What else do you look at?
Handsome photo.
Handsome. Thank you. Formal, handsome, and the eyebrow raised, right? Yeah. Also, different people look at different parts of the shelf space, but it is all within the same shelf space. Without scrolling. Just like supermarket, some look at logos, some look at the food label, some look at the colors, right? Some look at the baby picture, but it is still the eye-level shelf space. So please don't neglect it. I've seen so many of my coaching clients, they didn't even put anything on the top banner. Right? Okay, who put something? Who put something on the top banner? Okay, well done. A round of applause for them. A round of applause for them. Right? Don't waste it. Don't waste it. This is real estate. It's like buying a plot of land in Singapore. and instead of building a good class bungalow, like you just leave it, like you just put a playground there. it's wasted real estate space. And do you know, for those of us who do not engage a search engine optimizer to put your name out there, LinkedIn does it for you. Who knows this already? Who knows this? Very few, right? You just Google your name. In fact, Google your name now. Google your name now. Take out your phone and Google your own name. If you are active on LinkedIn, I promise you, LinkedIn will pop up in the first 3 links. Don't look at the sponsored and advertisements. Go for the organic one. Did you find your own LinkedIn if you Google your name?
Yes.
Oh, you did, right? You did, right? Yeah. Also, LinkedIn does it for you. You don't even need to pay LinkedIn a single cent. They do SEO for you. And so please don't waste the real estate. When people click on the link, they must see something. Can you guess why I put there, say yes to abundance instead of award-winning speaker? Which of these is the say yes to abundance? Which one? Which one? Say yes to abundance is which one? It's a position. And I'm positioning to who? To who? People who?
Want your training?
But I didn't even put training. People who want what? More of what? Abundance, right? And everyone defines abundance so differently. Right? To some people, abundance means money, right? That means I want to see more wealth. And yeah, they come to me because I'm a wealth advisor. And some people, abundance means helping more people, right? They come to me because I run many charities. And to some people, they love friendship and connections and networks and associations. Come to me. I'm the volunteer exco of 5 associations, including the vice president of the Association of Professional Speakers. So anything abundance related, come to me. That's why I don't want to sell my training, like, oh, top trainer, award-winning trainer. That narrows down your scope, that you become only this tiny, tiny little pawn piece on the chest. So you want to be bigger than that. You want to shout about your values, your story, your principles. And who resonates with this? Also, please don't shout about your training or your company or your position, like, oh, CEO. Like, who cares? Talk about what you stand for and make sure it is very big on that space. And then below that, of course, the photo. I just take a professional photo. I'm surprised how many people take selfie for LinkedIn. Please don't use selfie for LinkedIn and don't use your passport photo for LinkedIn. Passport photo has strict rules, you know that, right? It must be white background, you cannot turn by the side, you cannot raise your eyebrow. Right? So please do the opposite of what ICA asks you to do for your passport photo. Yeah, and then below, don't be too humble here. Don't be too humble. Right? If you have like 3 different software language, put it there. Right? If you work for 4 different MNCs already, they are all big names like Meta, Google, and all that. Put it there. Right? Don't make people scroll down all the way and say, did he work for Google? Are you kidding me? If you are ex-Googler, put there. Eugene Seah, ex-Googler. Who is the ex-Googler here? Nobody. Okay. Or any big company? X something? GM? X?
PwC.
Yes. PwC alumni, yes?
Accenture.
Accenture, Oracle, Excel, yeah. Please, okay, shout about the company because it took you 4 or 5 rounds of interview to work for them, isn't it? But don't waste it. Even of course, if you didn't pass probation, don't. But if you work there for a few years, just shout about it. It's something worth being proud of. Okay, I don't want to. Today is not a LinkedIn class. I don't want to talk too long on LinkedIn. But the point is, put your what substance. Okay, can you say substance? Substance. Okay, so that's the part 1 of the framework. Oh, by the way, can I invite all of you to scan this QR code? It's very hard to talk about substance within like 10 minutes, 20 minutes. So I share a lot about substance on my YouTube video. And not everybody watches every single video, obviously. But imagine if somebody just goes on my YouTube and watch a 3-hour masterclass. Isn't it much more valuable than a 1-hour talk? Also, there's substance for you. And if you have any thought leadership at all, please, you owe it to yourself and your career to put it out there. If you don't like YouTube, choose TikTok. If you don't like TikTok, choose LinkedIn. You cannot say, I don't want any social media presence. Then how are people going to refer you? How are people going to say, hey, well, you're looking for this VP of IT? I know somebody. How to refer you? So please you owe it to yourself. Okay, put some. By the way, YouTube does not mean you are an online influencer, right? You don't have to keep making episode after episode. Just treat it as a library, right? And store 5 videos there, and then you can send the link to your prospective client or employer. Then you can watch about your top expertise, right? Or without actually meeting you face to face. Hey, who thinks this is a good idea? Oh, please, YouTube is free. Free. Everything I said tonight is free, right? LinkedIn is free, YouTube is free. YouTube doesn't really do much SEO though, right? So if you don't have LinkedIn, you only have YouTube, I'm afraid not so searchable. Okay, next one. Okay, book giving time. Woo. So just share with me your unique strengths in terms of attitude. What's the second? The S stands for? Skills. And the K stands for? Knowledge, yeah. Okay, volunteer. Oh, thank you. Are you the only French lady in the whole? Anyone else French? Oh, two French. You know each other? Oh, very good. Bonjour. Okay, now if you don't mind, come out a little bit, then everyone can know you. Your name, please?
Nadine.
Nadine, nice. Oh, that's easily pronounceable. Wonderful. Now, first, I would like to pass you my book, and now I would like to pass you a mic so that you can share your unique strengths. Make sure it's on. Testing. Okay, good. Thank you. Yes.
Okay, I think.
I believe. Yes.
I believe my unique strength is resilience.
Yes.
I lived in different countries.
How many?
I lived in Syria. Maybe 7.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. And who thinks that's a strength? Living in 7 different countries.
So yes, changing from lifestyle to lifestyle, from work to work. But what I believe more is that I have a family of 3 kids, and I came to Singapore and I become single mom with the 3 kids, and I managed to build a family again, and now I have 4 kids, and we are all together.
Wow, hey, congrats. Please bump. So that is attitude, right? Okay, skills. Share your skills.
So the skills is to never give up. So the skills is what skills I have?
An actual usable skill in employment context.
For an employment context is a presentation.
Okay.
So I always be pushed to do some presentation at work. Then also structuring team trainings.
Right.
So
okay, we pause that presentation first because we are in Postmaster, so this is very contextual, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is very relevant. Okay, there's no position called Chief Presentation Officer. Right? So tell me some roles that require a lot of presentation skills. Sales, yes. And another word for sales starting with B is? BD. Hey, who does BD here, by the way? Very good. And sales, who does sales here? It is everybody actually, everybody. You should be selling yourself. Also, presentation skill is very valuable.
So yeah, it was in sales and business development and project management, so saying what you say. Exactly.
Wonderful. Okay, the last one,
knowledge.
Yeah.
So the
for example, what can you talk about for 1 hour? No, not right now.
Dancing.
Yeah.
What I can talk about in 1 hour is how to raise like resilient kids, and also how I don't know, then how to be an expatriate and moving to other countries and changing from lifestyle to lifestyle.
Wow. I love it. That's 2 topics already.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Who will attend the first one? How to raise resilient kids? Oh, your customers right here. Later, pay now her. Okay, that's okay. One more round of applause for Nadine. Well done. Let me just put this here. Wow, all that time is spent only on substance. Let's quickly move on. The next one is also starting with S. Hopefully the clicker works. Okay. Style. Actually, it's quite common sense, right? You cannot have substance without style, and you definitely cannot have style without substance. Right? If you have substance, that means you have professorship, you have PhD, you have masters of this, that, triple degree, but you have no style. That means you can't really present, you can't speak, people don't trust you, people don't want to hang out with you. Then you become a very, very boring professor. But if you are very stylish, right? Everybody wants to hang out with you, people believe you a lot, but you have no substance, you cannot do the work. People call you a scam. Isn't that scam? Just imagine the advertisement is so glorious, like, wow, this handbag, beautiful. But the moment you buy it, $20,000, goes home, then the skin falls off, then the color fades. Isn't this a scam? So make sure no one is a scam here. I believe strongly all of us here have substance, and we just need to build more style. Right? Everyone took a lot of effort and investment to partner with all these famous artists and fashion designers. Right? What does fashion have to do with a mineral water? Just like Coca-Cola, right? Coca-Cola is one of the most valuable companies in the world, and they sell sugared water, right? They basically sell diabetes. And yet it is the top 20 most valuable companies. It's crazy. All because they partner who? Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, Britney Spears. Sorry, all these people are from my generation. And now I lost track. What are the celebrity names? Hey, it's crazy. So how does this apply to us? Clearly, I'm not asking you to go and partner Taylor Swift and become, wow, always taking selfie with her. Right? So how do we apply style in our work? Okay, once again, there are 3 elements. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. Okay, these are the 3 elements. So just now was ASK, right? Attitude, skills, knowledge. And now this is VIP. By the way, all these are in my book. So visuals means how do you look? And I don't just mean how do you look when you stand on stage. How do you look digitally? You know, like your photo on LinkedIn. That needs style. And I purposely raised an eyebrow because I always do that. So I didn't do it just for LinkedIn. Like if you meet me for coffee, halfway you say something surprising, I will like, right, that's just me. It's my signature. But if it's not you, don't purposely go and Photoshop your eyebrow up. You know, so some of you don't smile a lot, then don't smile a lot on LinkedIn. Can you imagine your LinkedIn smile a lot? And then people for 1 hour coffee. Scam, please scam. Also, please make sure it's not just about the pimples and the V line here. Right? It's really like your personality must show on the website, must show on LinkedIn. And there are many kinds of personality. Right? It's not necessary to be extroverted, energetic, enthusiastic all the time. Right? That's just one quadrant of the personality. Right? There's also the very serious kind, but very responsible, very dutiful. Right? The moment you pass something to them, you don't have to worry. Right? They'll do the job well. Right? Does this describe anybody here? So nobody is dependable here. Well done. Also, not all of us need to be energetic. Right? Not energetic is a style also. Right? You look at Lee Kuan Yew, he's clearly energetic, right? Yeah, but Mrs. Lee Kuan Yew, like you see her on stage, right? She's always quietly beside him, smiling, right? Yeah, so not having high energy is a style as well. Who agrees? Who agrees?
Yes.
Also, there's no need to feel stressed, like, but I'm not high energy. Then no need to be high energy, okay, no need. And the third kind of personality is the supporter. Right? Every time they may not have ideas, but the moment you have idea, they will support you. Isn't this a very good brand? Right? We need supporters in Toastmasters, we need supporters in the world. Right? So we don't need everybody to say, let me lead, let me generate idea, let me be creative. We need people to support the creative idea too. So who does this describe? Anybody here? Oh, very good supporters. And the final one, we need the analyzers. Right? People who generally prefer not to talk to anybody. Right? At home, just be with themselves. But definitely, if you need them to analyze something, do data analytics or scroll through all the numbers, go and spot the typo, spot the inconsistency, this person will definitely do it for you. Yeah, but don't say, can we meet for coffee? Or the person doesn't want to meet for coffee. Anybody knows someone like that? Or even more than the supporter. Yeah. So remember, all these are identity and presence. So identity means when you are not in the room, someone describes you, right? Say that, hey, what's he like? Oh, actually he's a super supportive person, don't worry. Even though he's not in this meeting, we just have to share the idea with him, he'll definitely carry it out responsibly. Wouldn't you want to be described that way? But you don't want to say, oh, he will just talk non-stop and do nothing. That's horrible. Also, that's identity. How you describe yourself, and also, can you write this down, because I didn't type it out, how others describe you. Right, so that's even more important than how you describe yourself. And finally, presence. Presence alone, this one takes like 5 years in Toastmasters to learn. Or it's like presence. Some people, for example, one of my idols is Lee Kuan Yew. the moment he enters the room, what do you think the room will do?
Quiet.
Yeah, everybody will. Will anybody be checking handphone and Facebook? Everybody will be like, oh, the statesman is in the house. So that's presence, which I don't have, to be honest. Right? I'm still a little bit like bouncing like a 3-year-old. And that's me. I'm not Lee Kuan Yew. Also, all of us have a different kind of presence. And if you think your presence is sabotaging you in your work or in your business. So for example, in meetings, you should be actually a lot more grounded. Right? And even when you raise ideas, you should just say, Mr. Tan, if you don't mind, can I share something? Rather than, hey, I got something to share, I got something to share. Please, let me share, please. Correct? But we are no longer 12 years old. So we need to practice this kind of presence. And you can say, wow, why so fake? This person in natural class gathering would do that. And how come in the boardroom cannot do that? Anyone wants to tell me why cannot do that? What will happen to the personal brand? Go down or go up?
Down.
Go down. Because that kind of context doesn't require this kind of persona. So we need to be very, very careful what kind of presence we give off. Can I be very honest with you? I was that person who said, hey, please. Yeah, in Singapore Stock Exchange, do you think Singapore Stock Exchange can stand such a person? Say, hey, CEO, Mimi, I haven't shared yet. Say, hey, grow up. Right, you're 25, you're not 15, you're not 5. So please grow up. So I have to practice through Toastmasters how to be more grounded, how to listen more, how to even speak. Should I speak faster or slower to have presence? Slower. How to speak slower. And should I speak with a higher tone or lower tone to have presence? Lower tone. So can you imagine if I do talk to someone, let's say a multi-millionaire, a tycoon, and the person is asking me about estate planning. I'll be like, hey, actually it's very easy. I've done it for many, many families. Just trust me. I live in Toa Payoh 20 years. I know everybody. But you think this multi-billionaire is going to say, oh, this guy looks so dependable. I'm just going to pass my fortune to him. Also, we do need a certain kind of persona. It's not faking it. This is not faking it. This is called being mature. This is called being professional. And who resonates with this? So all of us here, you join the right place, okay? In the Toastmasters Club, we all can practice our presence. Later, there are prepared speeches, right? Yes. So remember, who is giving prepared speeches later? Wonderful. Give them a round of applause, give them support. Woo! Remember the keyword. What's the keyword? Remember the keyword. Presence. Have presence. Or speak slightly lower tone, speak slower, pause a lot more, and then look at people, scan the room. We just learned how to scan the room 4 days in Penang. Scan the room. And then speak. Or don't come on stage and immediately say, hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so happy to be here. Wow, Sheraton is such a beautiful place. Right, you can immediately sense, hey, this guy, the presence is not really there. Also, please practice it until it becomes natural for us. Okay, next one. Okay, a game, a little game. So all of them, clearly you don't really know them except for maybe this guy. He was is he still a Toastmaster? I'm not sure, but he became famous because of Toastmasters. Anyone knows his name? Harry Fung. He's my mentor actually. Also, other than him, I guess we don't really know anybody else here. And just look at their presence. Look at their image. And make a decision. You have to make a decision. Remember the shelf space? That when you go on LinkedIn and you see somebody's photo like that, right, just assuming all of their titles are the same, right? Just assume. Apple to apple, all their titles are the same, just the photo is different. Make a decision right now, who do you trust more? And once you're ready, I'm going to show my choices and see whether our choices align. Okay, have you decided? Ready, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay, who chose similar? Or plus minus maybe 1-2 differences. But because there's certain presence, do you see that? Right, some people argue this shouldn't be black and white. Because black and white picture tend to give you the impression of what? That the person passed away. Yeah. But I personally find it quite classy, right? It's quite classy, especially with the pearl necklace. Right, the white just contrasts with the black very, very nicely. And of course, I don't know whether this is real armchair or not, Yeah. But nowadays you go to a lot of photo studio, they have very nice big matrix like armchair. You know matrix, right? Where you have to choose red or blue pill. Yeah, so this is called a matrix chair. And then leaning against near the window always works. And then this one is just almost like a passport picture, but at least he turns around and leans forward and smiles. Right? Yeah. Sorry, just to be more mindful about time, how long more? 5 more minutes. Okay, let me wrap up. Is this game fun? So please go home and audit whose picture? Your own picture. Don't audit my picture. Audit your picture, okay? Audit your picture. Right, really scrutinize, ask your husband, wife, ask your best friends, look at it and just tell you the truth. Like, what's wrong with it? Maybe you zoom in too big, that means you cannot see your neck. Right, maybe you zoom in too far until people can see from knee upwards. Nobody puts a picture from knee upwards on LinkedIn, and then unless you are into body imaging, like losing weight. Also, just be very mindful about this. Okay, let's quickly move on to. Yes. Okay, maybe I should skip the giving a book. It wastes time. Who wants a book? Okay, I shall not skip this. Just quickly tell me what is your style, and then a book for you. Yes. Go to the back. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Your name is? Janet. Janet. Hi. Now let me give you a mic and tell us what is your style. Because we have no time, so no need VIP, just presence. What kind of presence? Yeah.
I'm bold.
Bold?
Very result driven.
Results driven, very good.
I'm very clear on what I want.
Clear on what you want. So you don't beat around the bush. You say as it is.
Also, I say it's just to reflect on my personality. I'm really straightforward.
Very good.
Because I want to keep the point.
Yes.
I don't really waste time.
Wonderful. And who is similar to Janet? Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Yeah, please meet them for coffee or something. A round of applause for Janet. Please forgive me because all these actually require coaching. But I just want to be as broad as possible for now. And so far, has it been helpful?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, but to be truly helpful, please go home, reflect, and look for your best friends and have conversations about it. Okay, now let's move on to the third S. Story. This is a huge blind spot. It's a huge blind spot. A lot of times, by the way, I've been engaged by Dunman for the past 5 years to train their scholars. And they are very smart, you know? These are among like Hwa Chong, Raffles, and Dunman. These are the 3 top schools in Singapore when it comes to 16, 17 years old. And when you ask them, tell me why should I give you the scholarship? They start to list down their accolades. Like, oh, I'm the president of student union, I won Maths Olympiad. Did you really think that the government or a huge MNC is going to give them scholarship based on their accolades? In case you're wondering, the answer is no. Because accolades are a dime a dozen. Right? It's very easy to find top students with similar accolades. In the end, they choose the president's scholar, or they choose you to be their employee or to be their head of department because of your story. And this is a very huge blind spot. Most people feel shy about sharing their story. Can you imagine, let's say if you are like me, you lost a job for 1 year. Right? Some headhunters actually ask you to lie. You'll say, oh no, tell them you are a consultant for a year. Right? Tell them you didn't like Hong Kong. Right? You were not asked to go. You actually resigned from Hong Kong. Don't fake it. Be a real person. Right? If you share the why behind the story, of course don't just say, oh, I just want to tell you the truth. Yeah, I actually committed fraud and I got lost. Then of course you will never ever get a job. Okay? In fact, I don't want you in my company. Yeah, but if it was company restructuring, right? It's not your fault. Just say so. And if you just share the company restructuring and retrenchment, that's not your story. So the story needs to follow a 5-step framework. Okay, but before that, I just want to share with you why you should share a story. A lot of people, including employer and clients, they buy based on emotion, and then they justify using logic. I repeat that one more time, because a lot of people don't really get it. Right? A lot of people, they make a decision that they want to hire you as consultant or as their head of department or as their VP based on they feel that you're the right person. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Then after that, they will justify. They will use your resume and justify to management why they should pay you $15,000, $25,000 per month. Does it make sense? So both the substance and style must be there, but first of all, during that one-on-one meeting for half an hour, 45 minutes, you must share your stories. And Toastmasters is perfect. You do projects to share stories, and the evaluators help you to fine-tune your story. So remember, no matter what the topic is, even the driest topic on Gen AI, share your story. Share a story of how you fell in love with ChatGPT, how you wrote a love poem for your wife using ChatGPT. You know, all these things. There's a story behind the technology. And emotion sells. You know, emotion includes liking you, this one quite common sense, trusting you, and finally, wanting you. Another word for wanting is desire. They have a strong desire for you. Last time before I got retrenched, right, my salary was 12,000 Singapore dollars. That was in Singapore before moving to Hong Kong. Then after that, there was a headhunter who called me and he asked me to move to Hong Kong with my whole family. So I asked for double, $24,000 per month. And the immediate response by the managing director of that bank is no. Sorry, that far exceeds our budget. Right? So I shared a story. Now I have no time, but just take my words first. Okay, I shared a story about why am I in the bank in the first place. And then what do I want to accomplish when I move to Hong Kong? And after that, the person said, give me 1 month. Give me 1 month. So after 1 month, I think it's quite obvious what happened. So they said, good news, Eugene, we got the budget that you wanted. Right? So when can you move your whole family to Hong Kong? So which one is it? Like, trust, or one?
Well, actually, it's 3 of them.
All 3. First of all, they need to like me during the interview. Then next, they need to trust that I can deliver. Then finally, they need to want me, desire me hard enough, desperate enough to say, okay, this far exceeds our budget, but let me circle back to you. I'm going back to the senior management to get it. Also, please, all of us need to work hard on emotion, not just logic. So there is a 5-step process, which obviously, okay. So just see all these are my stories. These are my stories. By the way, the reason why newspaper feature me, is it because I look good? It's because I share my story. Right? Everybody wants to hear stories. No matter how senior, how intelligent, PhD holders, they all want to hear stories. Yeah, next one, please. Okay, so this is the STORY framework. I have no time to start telling you S stands for this, T stands for that. If not, it's very unfair for the rest of the speakers. So either connect with me on LinkedIn, or just face-to-face, or just read the book. There's still a lot of books. I'm not selling anything, so I'm going to give out free later during the break or right after Toastmasters to whoever comes to me first. Yeah, but don't hunt me down. Just respectfully say, can I have a book? Then in the book, you will spell STORY. And the final thing I wanted to say is, the next slide please. Okay, it is a journey. So on today is what date? 26. Yeah. So 29th, in the comfort of my own living room, I'm running a free, completely free masterclass. Right? There's no upsell. That means I'm not going to upsell a 2-day masterclass worth $2,997. Right? The only thing I'm selling is that I'm a coach, and if you feel that you need coaching, then of course you can connect with me after the free masterclass. Okay? That's the only thing. So please scan the QR code if you are available to join. And the words also. Thanks. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I did animation on this. Yeah, just pull out every word. No, I said list all the words. Yeah. Oh, and I only brought 20 copies. I apologize. I know how many people are here. 100 something, right?
A lot.
101.
I think like 101 this club, but like 40 in this room right now. So.
Okay. So 40. So whoever turns up. Not just register, but whoever turns up at the webinar and listens and takes notes and participates, right? I will give you a free copy. Okay, I give you PDF first, but when we meet for coffee, of course, I'll bring along the hard copy. Cool. This is for everyone who does not have a chance to get a copy today. Yeah. So once again, I promise you, no upsell. This is purely giving value. But at the end, if you need a coach, you know where to find me. So my name is Eugene Seah. It gives me great pleasure to be here today. Thank you.